Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
When we look in Jeremiah 51, we read this in verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Jah's revenge. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in Jah's hand, and that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So we see in the Old Testament, we were warned back then to come out of Babylon. And Babylon is made up of false religions, confusion, false calendars, and many of the likes. And when you look at the world empire and the world system that's going on right from Nimrod, we start with Satan, coming with Nimrod and Babylon, going through the Egypt, then we had the united Black Hamite and Shemite nations, we had the Assyrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire that was headed by Nebuchadnezzar, and then later his son was Belteshazzar, who was evil. We have the Medes and the Persians dealing with Cyrus and Darius. Of course, the Greek Empire with Alexander, Rome, and Caesar. This is Gentile Esau coming on the scene. Then now where we are with the modern united Gentile world nations. So again, it's just Europe, Asia, Africa, Anglos, USA, the Israelis, Spanish, Portuguese, and Americas. Everyone, all the countries and nations of this world are under the system of Babylon. And then there's going to be a future revived Roman 10-nation empire in the future, of which we will see the anti-Messiah coming on the scene and the end of Gentile Babylon. So again, when you're looking like at this pyramid of all the empires, just remember that every single empire, every country that ruled had their own calendar that was completely separate from the Most High's true scriptural calendar, and that they worshiped their gods on the special days on their calendars, which were based upon solar and lunar observations for the most part. Now when we look at the false Babylon, lunar, and solar calendars up in the Revelation here, chapter 18, we see something similar to what we just read in Jeremiah. Verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So remember when it said Babylon is falling in Jeremiah? We see it also repeated here in Revelation. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. So we're supposed to flee, come out. So again, we see the same message in Jeremiah and in Revelation regarding Babylon and its effect, how it's drunken all the nations. And it's done this through its delicacies, as well as its times, its false calendars, and all of these other false religions. I mean, you could just take a look for yourself and compare Jeremiah 51 and Revelation 18 on your own to see the great similarity of the Old Testament understanding as it's fulfilled in the New Testament in the future. And bear in mind, when we're looking at this image of Babylon, or Babylon as an empire, it's a world empire beginning from Nebuchadnezzar going all the way down to the future 10-toed Roman kingdom. And we have, of course, Nebuchadnezzar was the head of gold. Then we had Media and Persia being the silver arms, Alexander, the Greek Empire, being the brass belly and thighs, and then the Roman Empire being the iron legs, and then the future Roman Empire was the iron feet and clay toes as well, which of course is going to be crushed, and that is at the tail end of the Gentile Babylonian Empire. It's good to look at this word Babylon every once in a while, what it means. It's Strong's H8894, Babel, right? And what it means basically is confusion, right? By mixing. And that's what it's dealing with. Babylon uses mixing of the truth with things that are evil, right? Or flipping it around, calling something good when it's evil and something evil when it's good. All of this, understanding of confusion is very, very cunning. And this is how the devil does it. When we look at this word confuse, disconcert, abash, or embarrass, we can see it's a part of who Babylon is. And this is what he's doing to the Most High's, trying to do to the Most High's people, because he can't really fully accomplish it, but it's been given into his hands for a while. It means to perplex or bewilder, to make unclear or indistinct, to fail to distinguish between, to associate by mistake or to confound, to disconcert or abash, to combine without order, to jumble or disorder. In number 6 there, it says it's an archaic, an older understanding, to bring to ruin or not. So we can see again this word Babylon linked up with confusion can mean to bring things, the truth, to ruin. Although we can't kill the truth, but we can see that definitely Babylon and the devil have attempted to do it. And when we look at these synonyms, as we look at this word confuse and, disconcert and embarrass, this is how the devil works. He'll come into your group or come into your assembly or come into you in your life, work through your friends, family, or other religions to imply temporary interference with the clear working of one's mind. He's causing confusion, right? To confuse is to produce a general bewilderment, right? To just kind of set the person completely off. And to disconcert is to disturb one's mind by irritation or perplexities. And to embarrass is to cause one to be ill at ease or uncomfortable, so that one's usual judgment and presence of mind deserts one. So all of these tactics, family, I want you to know is what's coming at us. So anytime you're dealing with scriptural truths, do know that the evil of this world has come to confuse, has come to disconcert, has come to embarrass, has basically come to draw you in to Babylon to be partakers of her sins.